Hey guys, it's Sarah and Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful and safe New Year celebration. I can't believe it's 2017. I'm so excited for it. I really have a good feeling about this year and I think it's going to be a good one for me. So I'm planning to do everything I can to make sure that that happens. Historically, January is a really good reading month for me because it's the first month of the year. I'm really motivated. So I usually take that momentum and I put a lot of reading into it. So I'm planning to do that this year as well. And I have quite a few options here. I've decided when I do my TBR videos, I'm going to really talk about the books that I'm going to choose first, and then I'm going to do my TBR jar picks. And then I will talk about my library books because I don't know if I'll be able to always get to all the library books. So those will be kind of like the others that I have to choose from throughout the month, but it's not a guarantee I'm going to get to them. So I'm going to start with the 4 books that I have picked off my shelf to read myself. This first one is actually for our book club this month. And this year for book club, we picked some good themes. What we do for our book club is every month we pick a theme and then everyone nominates a book based on that. And then we take a vote. So this year we decided to do themes a little bit differently and they're more like prompts. So we got really creative with it. And for January, our prompt is to nominate books that either have really ugly covers or covers with no pictures on them. Those were the kind of the 2 little guidelines. So we all picked books based on that. We took a vote, and the winner this month is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. And I'm really excited to read this one. I picked this up recently at Goodwill, and I'm excited to read it. This one won the Pulitzer Prize. I believe this is a post-apocalyptic type of book where a father and his son are trying to survive. I believe that that's what I'm understanding from this. And yeah, I'm just really excited to read it. Second book I chose off my shelves is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. This is book number 3 in the Mortal Instruments series, so I'm going to continue on. I'm going to try to at least read 1 book a month from this series and kind of make my way through it. If I have time or I just really want to, then I'll do more than 1. But as of right now, I'm planning to at least read this one. And I'm really excited to see where our characters go in this book. This is an urban fantasy and it follows demon hunters. It's really good. This next book I actually got from the publisher back in August because it was published back in August and I ended up not reading and reviewing it. I'm not sure what happened. I kind of lost track of it, but I did promise to do it, so I'm going to, even though it's going to be late. But that is With Love from the Inside by Angela Pessel. And this book follows a woman who is in jail and on death row for killing her infant son. So this is a little bit into the future after that crime happened, and then things are coming out that maybe she actually didn't kill him. And her daughter is left trying to figure out whether or not she wants to look into this and see if it's true and help her mom get out, or if she is going to just let things happen the way they were supposed to happen. So I'm excited to read it. It's pretty short, so I would like to go ahead and get this read and reviewed this month. And the next book that I'm definitely planning on finishing this month, I actually started it last month, I just didn't talk about it. It's something that I'm reading with my daughters and we are listening to the audiobook and reading along as well, but that is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is the illustrated edition and this is book number 2 in the Harry Potter series written by J.K. Rowling. And we are currently listening to it. We're about 5 chapters in right now, so we do plan to finish it up this first week of January because my kids are still off of school. They go back on the 9th, so our goal is to finish it this week and watch the movie before they go back to school. But obviously, I'm super enjoying this one. So we're going to go ahead and do the TBR jar now, and I'm so excited for this, you guys. I'm really happy I decided to do this year. So I'm going to pick out 2 because I already have 4 books sitting here, and then I have a good amount of library books as well. So I don't want to overwhelm myself too much, but I'm going to pick 2 from this one. All right, so the first TBR jar pick is The Lace Reader by Brunonia Berry. All right, so I actually just hauled this last month, so I'm going to be getting into it really quickly. This, I believe, is a historical fiction, and it follows a girl who can actually read the future through lace, and she can predict things that are going to be happening. She has a sister who had passed away, but she is reading something in the lace that is telling her that her death probably wasn't an accident, so I think she goes into detective mode to figure out what actually happened to her sister. So this is happening. All right, so one more TBR jar. I'm gonna go down towards the bottom, see if I can get one down here. And And I picked The Fringe Hours by Jessica Turner. So this is actually on my Kindle. This is a nonfiction, and it's all about making time for yourself and how you can use your time wisely to kind of give yourself peace and get things done that you need to be done in a good way, from what I'm understanding of that. But that's on my Kindle, so I will be reading that as well. Okay, so let's talk about my library books. These are some books that I picked up at the library. I picked up 5 of them, so we're gonna see how it goes. The first one is very short. I'm actually probably going to be reading it on January 1st to kind of start off my year that way, but I got The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. This is actually a short story that she wrote. It was published in a short story compilation, but then they published it by itself as well. So it's only about 70 pages or so, so I know I can get through this in one sitting, and I'm excited because I need more Gillian Flynn. Is it Gillian or Jillian? I don't know. I need to look that up. If you guys know, let me know. I also picked up This Is Where It Ends, and this is by Marieke Nijkamp. I'm not sure if I said that right, but this book follows a school shooting. I believe it follows different perspectives of some of the characters that were involved in it, and it's like a real-time type thing, so it spans over about 54 minutes, I think, is what I'm remembering someone had said. And I'm excited to read this. I've heard very, very good things about it. So when I saw it at the library, I grabbed it, but I'm excited for this one. Another one that I grabbed from the library is Everything, Everything. This is written by Nicola Yoon. This is her debut novel, and I've heard nothing but good things. Like, I've not heard a single bad thing about this book. But this follows a girl who has a condition where she's literally allergic to everything, and she cannot leave her house. So she's kind of probably feeling a little bit like a prisoner. And then a young man moves next door, and they end up kindling a friendship kind of between the windows, which is probably the only way they can communicate. And I've heard it's very good, so I'm excited to give it a try. In this next one, I found just browsing, it was kind of up towards where the new releases are, and I had never heard of it, so I was kind of checking it out, and I thought it sounded interesting, so I grabbed it. And that's another thing I'm going to love about the library, is maybe I'll pick up stuff I've never even heard of before. This is called Fates and Traitors, and this is by Jennifer Chiavernini. And this is actually a historical fiction based on John Wilkes Booth and the women that he was involved with, like his mother and his sister, probably a spouse or a loved one, like a significant other for him. So I thought that kind of sounded interesting, maybe a little twist on things. It's probably based a little bit on things that have been published about him historically. But John Wilkes Booth is the person who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. But yeah, so I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. I would like to read that, so I picked it up. And the last thing that I grabbed from the library, I'm gonna have to see if I can get to this or not. I know it'll be kind of a quicker read once I pick it up, but ooh, I got The Walking Dead Compendium #2. This is the second huge bind up of the Walking Dead comic book series, and it's huge. Although it is, a comic book, so it'll go pretty quickly, I know. And I'm excited just to see kind of where this goes. When I left off on the first one, they had just left the prison and they had the run-in with the governor and everything. However, the governor's still alive in this one right now, so I'm interested to see where else that story is going to take us. But yeah, so I would definitely like to get to this month if I really can, even though it's huge, but I love it. I am also currently listening to an audiobook that I plan on finishing up here soon, and that is The Gates of Evangeline by Hester Young. And this is the first book in her Charlie Cates series. Book #2 comes out in February, and I do have an arc of it, so I wanted to go ahead and give the first one a listen so that I could kind of have that background on her character before I went into the new release. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm not sure how far into it I am, but it's good so far, so I'm enjoying that one. And this one follows a woman whose son passes away at a very young age, and then she realizes that she actually has a paranormal ability where she can see and talk to the dead. And so we're kind of seeing her deal with all that stuff. She's also a journalist. So I do plan on finishing that one up here in the first part of the month. All right, so if I actually got to every single one of these books, that would be 12 books in January, and I think that's very ambitious. I'm not 100% sure I could do that. 2 of them are very short, and they could be really quick reads, so it's not completely impossible, but we'll see. And I actually do have this one on audio, which I forgot about. I was going through my Audible account the other day and realized this was in there, and I bought it when it was, I think, like $2.95 or something. They had a sale going on and I saw it for super cheap, so I went ahead and got it because I knew I wanted to read it. And then I got it from the library, forgetting I had already bought it on audio. But I could go back and forth most definitely, and then maybe that could be something that could help me get through it a little bit faster as well. So we'll see. I am also planning to do a readathon this month, which is the Winter Biannual Bibliothon, which starts on January 8th. I will have another TBR video for that one. I'm going to be choosing books from my January TBR to fit into those categories because a lot of them do. So that was nice and convenient. So later on this week, I will have a TBR for that one. So I'll show you which one of these books I'll be reading specifically for that week. And that's going to be it for me, guys. January, I think is going to be a good one. I hope. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and please let me know what you guys plan on reading in the month of January. And is January usually a really good reading month for you, or is it a little bit slower? Let me know. I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.